Hello and welcome back to the Shmuseum, where we've got a busy day ahead of us. There is a lot going on, but firstly, how epic is this? At long last, the Mercedes-AMG GT Black Series is here in the garage. It has joined the Shmeemobiles after a very long wait, and today I need to take this car over to Topaz Detailing to do some PPF. Now you might remember, as cool as this looks, very much Batmobile spec, I'm going to be changing it. This car is going solar beam yellow, one of my favourite colours, but despite not worrying about the paint, we're going to go over for some PPF to protect the carbon parts, the flicks, the gurneys, the headlights, the mirrors and other parts around the car, because I'm going to be keeping it for the long haul. So I'll need to tuck back in the splitter. That makes it rather low for driving on the road. For the time being, it's just been parked on the storage side of the garage. Longer term, it's going to end up with the colourful flagship members of the Shmeemobiles. I've also been driving the Taycan a little bit more recently, the daily runabout, especially now that I've got the C-Tech EV charger. I need to think about this a little bit because you don't always want to charge the car to 100% if you've only used 5 or 10% for the longevity of the battery. So it's about configuring the profiles, getting all of that set up. So while I take the GT Black Series today over to Topaz Detailing, Püppi and Tom are going to be taking the G63 back over to IKEA to pick up some more tables, chairs, drawers and other things that we need here in the garage. So there's a lot going on. Let's get set up and let's get out and get things going. This is the first time that I've actually reversed this process, working out exactly what I need to do. Do you just unscrew this? I think, and then this should come out quite easily. He says it's very fiddly. You only want to be doing this once a day, not every single time you might stop to take some photos or something like that. And then that just comes out. He says, nope, yep, there we go, done. And then you've got to safely pop these away somewhere. Yeah, it does look very cool when they're out though. It does look really very, very, very cool. It's just a slightly tedious process. Obviously this is for when you're on the racetrack, having more downforce at the front to match with the wing that the car has at the rear, but not for the road. I don't think it's a legal thing. I think it's purely that it just makes it too low to be able to sensibly use. Then you've got the catches under here, which are both down. Slide this back in. Nope, doesn't want to go. Maybe I need to use my head, work out how to do this. There we go. And I think it clicks, he says, at both sides, and then it makes it securely held. There we go, that clicked. Something clicked at least. This is very much learning by doing here. Is that in? Maybe, maybe not. We'll go check in a minute. Pack these up and then get the car out. Don't forget, with the arrival of the car, we've also added the new design to the Cheers by Shmee 150 shop, both the current and the future colours of this car, and they'll all be one of 150. The number will actually be worn on the back of the collar. The link to those is down below. For the moment, back here, we've also got the harnesses, the fire extinguisher, the car cover, and all of the other bits are inside the car itself. But I guess I'm going to get this started and we'll head out and head over to Topaz, not too far to go, and see how this is going to develop. Tom and Püppi are here.
Hello.
Morning.
Ready to take the G over to IKEA, the practical car. I think we're always going to need to have something like this for these purposes.
Big box on wheels.
Big box on wheels. Sorry?
I thought it was a big flat on wheels.
It is. It's a 2-bedroom flat on wheels.
Yes.
That still goes faster than most of those other cars.
And it sounds really good.
Yeah, let's get the start up, because compared to this, the GT Black Series is a little bit disappointing. Yeah, see that sounds good. That sounds very good. Unfortunately, in stock form, that sounds fairly disappointing, which is something we will have to work on. We'll get the G outside, then we'll pull out the Black Series, and then take it from there.
All right, time to, I think this is going to be a bit of disappointment now in comparison.
It's when you've just had that Akrapovic start-up from the G63, and then you start this with the new flat plane crank, still a 4-litre bi-turbo V8. The comparison, it's not the best, is it?
We'll need to change that one day.
Yeah, that's definitely something in the works. Have a quick listen. Obviously only 40 miles on the clock, so no loud starts or anything. Just this. It's not the same.
It's not, is it?
All right, let's pull this outside.
looks mental. Oh, Jesus, that has so much road presence. I can't really wait for it to be yellow though, because I think that's will stand out even more.
Do you know what it doesn't have though? A noise like that.
Yeah, the G-Wagon sounds so much better.
One day maybe.
Nice AMG you've got there.
Yeah, same to you. Great wing.
Do you like how you can do the active flap on the wing?
Well, that's quite impressive. That looks really good.
Why not, hey?
You're just showing off now.
Well, I can't show off in the way that V8 can.
This is very true.
Want to race? Want to race?
This car not run in.
What's the retail on one of those?
But funny fact, you've got 30 horsepower more than me.
Bye! We're encountering a width restriction, but that should be okay, right?
I would like to think so.
Do you need my help? We have plenty of space on this side. We're in a tunnel.
Sorry, Range Rover.
Here we are then at IKEA. This is probably not the last time we're coming here.
No, there'll be many, many runs to IKEA, I would imagine.
We found the most appropriate parking area. The G-Wagon is where the G is. Let's head on in.
Here we are then, the new beast here at Topaz Detailing, where every Shmeemobile heads when it is new to prepare it to be protected for the road. This car going into the detailing bay, ready to get the ultimate in car washes to help eliminate any dust or dirt or anything that might cause issues during the paint protection film process. When that can get underway, start ensuring that all is well with this to be driven out on the roads free from getting damaged. Straight on with the process. Initially a rinse, then to go through the various different iterations of the washing process that we've seen before a few times before this can head into the Topaz workshop. Almost immediately underway, first up to go over the wheels, the faces, and then into the dishes. Then it will be a case of going through various different stages of effectively the world's best car wash to transform this into something beautiful, and most importantly to remove all of the dust particles, any dirt, anything that might be left on it from the time that it's been sitting out, because of course this car was actually built a fair while ago. It's taken a decent amount of time to get the last parts, obviously supply shortages around the world, but then when this is done and it's been through the entire motions, it will be ready to go inside to start with the installation of some of the paint protection film to the vulnerable areas at the front, as well as I think things like the mirrors, the gurneys here, as I mentioned earlier, headlights, those critical bits that are otherwise at risk of getting damaged in the coming miles. All done in the wash bay and rolling back into the workshop. This car looks so mean, and I know a lot of people are going to hate me for the fact that I'm changing the colour, but it's always been the plan. It's what we're going to do. Back it goes then into a famous spot where numerous of my cars have been before for the work to begin on just PPFing these front parts to make sure it's all good. This is all happening very quickly then. You can see the flicks just going on here. The front splitter has actually already been done, this main central part, using Topaz's templates to work around all of the different shapes so you have that perfect result and obviously protect it both from stone chips that might ping up from other cars when out on the road, especially when you drive something like this on a supercar rally, for example, but even just from droppings that might fall on it, any bits of dirt that could potentially damage the lacquer, anything that could happen, the light hairline scratches that could even happen when washing the car, makes it easier to maintain going forward. So this is always something that I love to do on the cars when they've arrived. Obviously Topaz have the templates to help prepare with all of this to make sure that everything is completely covered. All of the vulnerable parts will be done. And obviously, like I say, we're not worrying too much about the paint itself because that's going to be changed anyway.
Looks like we were quite successful, to be honest.
Yeah, I think once again the G is going to be far from full. We really need to start bringing a smaller car and challenging ourselves.
Next time we take the M3.
Yes. Or the Yaris.
That's going to be interesting. Those are for the boss desk.
Yes. Tim is the Tetris king. We do need him here for this really. But
He's really good at this, at packing.
I mean, it's big enough. You just throw it all in and
I always say it's Tetris for grown-ups, you know.
Yes.
But it's impressive to see how much more space there is in the G-Wagon. Just, yeah. And I felt like we bought a lot, and it looks like nothing.
Yes. I probably want to put this one in with you, just in case.
I take that one.
I've not done the best.
Great.
Onwards.
Off to Topaz?
Off to Topaz.
Cool. Oh, wow. Oh, that's so noisy.
It's just silly, isn't it? It's just silly, this thing.
All right, pulling up at Topaz. Look who's outside. Tim was already waiting for us. Well, that is nice.
I spy the G-Wagon approaching then. The guys are back from the trip to IKEA, basically come to pick me up just for the moment. I guess this is probably full of stuff. Good to have it back here at Topaz though, while the progress is being made with GT Black. When you know Tom's arrived.
It had to be done, I'm sorry.
How was the trip?
It was okay.
I see flowers.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, we pimped the G63.
Of course, needed something to decorate her desk with. Once again, it's as full as it was last time.
What do we have back here?
We need to start taking a smaller car, we really do.
Yeah.
We bought some silly stuff as well, for decision-making purposes.
Okay.
It's non-dangerous because it's Velcro.
Okay.
And we got one of those IKEA Lego boxes.
Ah, that'll fit right in.
Yeah, so
That'll fit right in. Perfect.
can't wait to build it all later.
All in the car then? Where are we headed?
I think we're off for a cheeky lunch.
Cheeky Nando's?
That's the one.
That's what we do. Cheeky Nando's it is. We found the Nando's.
Yay!
I'll be happier in about 20 minutes.
We're just gonna wait a little bit for a table. After our Nando's, we've come back to come and check something out, and that's kind of cool, the side of the road. Here at Aston Martin Western Avenue, which is where my GT8 came from. What have we come to see, guys?
The Cygnet!
That thing.
Oh, it's so cute! I like it.
We're gonna go and have a quick look at that little Cygnet, if we can work this out. Because why not? That is an STO. That sounds good.
For something with OPS, I expected quieter.
That
so
sounds good.
I just want to say I'm better at car spotting than you are.
Definitely, but it's pretty noisy here.
It is, but look, it has a Nurburgring sticker, and I think that's basically a reason to buy it, right?
Somebody took this to the Nurburgring. Somebody actually drove that across to Germany.
I think that's genius. I want to see video footage of it.
The colour, by the way, is Red Lion. This was always a funny car. Basically, the Toyota IQ with Aston Martin grille, Aston Martin vents, but not very much power. 12 seconds to 62 miles an hour, something like that.
I think Tom is not a fan, is he?
I don't think I'll fit.
Not your favourite. You don't want that as your team car, your commute to work car? If looks could kill, I'm just going to back up a touch. Time to return then, to get back from here towards Topaz to go and see how that is.
Oh, we need some air conditioning.
We
Yes,
do.
please.
G-Wagon doors are always nice though.
Yeah.
Those slams. Okay. I'm sharing the back here with the tables. Good old IKEA
And my
tables.
Nando's.
And some Nando's.
really warm now.
Takeaway. Yes, it won't be very pleasant, unfortunately.
I love how you spend more time in the back of your own cars than the front, maybe.
It's alright right now. Enjoy, you know, tinted windows, hidden. It's a nice place to be.
Yeah, hidden. This is a subtle vehicle.
Yes, very subtle. Bright blue brick. I don't know what is wrong with people, but look out here. The whole world basically decides to throw out their drinks here for some reason. That's not very impressive. Well done, people. Well done. We return to Topaz with the manual Arrow Blue GT3. Looking very nice. Anyway, let's go inside and see if it's time to pick up the Black Series. They've got about an hour to go, so I suppose you guys should probably head off and go and do a storage run or something.
We're going to go and get the last bits from, well, as much of the last bits we can from storage, and her Christmas tree.
My
Christmas
Christmas
tree.
tree. Should we put it up today?
No, it's too soon. I mean,
I still don't understand why it's here at all, let alone putting it up at this time of year. That's too exciting.
There's also a good story as to how it came to Germany and then went the way back to the UK. I'll tell you later.
that's one for a later time. Anyway, I'll see you guys in a bit.
See ya.
See you later.
Bye.
Goes the G again. it is immensely useful having a car like that on the fleet.
We have it with the width restrictions today. Oh Jesus, that is.
Am I okay with that?
Yes, you're okay. Yeah, you have 10 centimeters. You're good.
Mirror okay?
The mirror is fine. Uncomfortable. Alrighty, we're back.
We've left him at Topaz. Time to unload the extra couple of desks and bits we have.
Yeah, and then next stop, storage unit, getting the Christmas tree. Perfect.
Yes, Christmas tree.
Let's
Not
get this.
car parks, Christmas tree.
That's where my priorities are. Anyway, let's get this unloaded and crack on. So this is everything we've got left. Yaris exhaust, ski boots, skis, and a Christmas tree. And lots of my stuff from Frankfurt, actually. I don't know if that should end up at the unit, but...
Maybe back at your home, but either way, let's get it into the G-Wagon and get it back to the barn.
Okay, I don't know if it was the best call for us to have to transport that exhaust, but...
No, Tim is far better at the organisational Tetris than we are, but everything is in.
It's bubble wrapped?
It's bubble wrapped. It may not be in the best way, but it's there and we can get it back.
That's a bit busier than after our IKEA run.
Little bit, yeah. We've got a bit of an exhaust up here with us, but we've managed to make it all fit just about somehow.
I feel like the exhaust is facing the wrong way.
Probably. Maybe we should have gone the other way with it. There was a bit of a debate, but it's in now, so that's the main thing.
I'm not sure you parked very well there.
I think Tim's going to be a little bit annoyed about it, that we've ruined his nice lineup, that I've ruined his nice lineup. But I just want to see the reaction when he gets back. So it's time to get this unloaded, figure out where we're going to put all of this for now until he decides when he gets back what's for where.
I think we should just dump it next to the center parts.
Back here at Topaz, some very, very quick progress has been made with this car. In fact, almost all of the front has now been protected, from all of the carbon on the splitter to the gloss black parts down here to even the headlights, and also this whole area of the exposed carbon fibre. The whole bonnet is carbon fibre, but you've got the gloss sections here where you have the air that comes out from the fans behind the radiators, so those all have paint protection film on it. They've also done the roof, which they're just going over now at the moment, and the mirrors, and even the rear wing and the diffuser, to make sure that everything that's going to be staying as it is now on this car is fully protected going forwards. And another thing that I've noticed that's quite interesting is down here on the regular AMG GTs, the three-pointed star is normally the adaptive cruise control sensor, but in the case of this, it's actually completely open for more airflow through towards the radiators behind. And that also means the camera moves up here. Typically that's actually wedged in just in this small gap down towards the side, so it's in a slightly different place as opposed to being above the number plate. But not too much to go until this is going to be ready as well to drive it on home later on. And just like that, the GT Black Series is ready to be taken back on out. The guys have actually fully installed PPF over everything back here, all of the different layers of the wing, all of the diffuser areas that you have the carbon fibre, even these black plastic, I think, sections that you have around the outsides. Obviously the side skirts, the mirrors, the roof is finished up. Everything is looking beautiful, just like the day I collected it, of course, because it's only driven a handful of miles. But for now, we will take this back over towards the Shmuseum. But another fantastic job here with the guys at Topaz, where of course the car will be back for more very soon. Out into the sunshine it emerges. This car is seriously, seriously cool, especially in the satin black, or the graphite grey Magno as it's called. This just suits it so well, and I apologise to everyone that's going to hate me when I change it, but it's going to happen, sorry.
Well, for the first time ever in the Shmuseum, we have had to be phoned to tell us that a car is here, because we just genuinely cannot hear it arriving. How'd you like the G parking?
You knew what I was thinking as soon as I drove in, don't you?
We knew that would annoy you, yes. How quickly until we need to move it?
You're okay. Do you know what? I'm tired. It's been a long day. It's okay. It's alright for now.
So what's going on with your seat, Tim?
My question is why this leans so far back? It's in
It
like,
wasn't me.
is it one of those seats that you can lie like flat?
I mean, possibly. It looks very much that way.
Does it fall over if you do this?
There's only one way to find out.
I don't really want... I don't trust it.
Is that in flight?
Well,
that's flight mode.
the IKEA Lego box. What's it actually called in not IKEA language?
I don't even know. We threw away the box.
Some funky name.
No. We still have the box just here.
So it's called the Big Leg. IKEA Big Leg.
I think it's the
Let's go with IKEA Big Leg.
They come in 3 different sizes. We've got the biggest one.
And it's home to the Esco.
We've turned it into a miniature Shmuseum. Very miniature.
I like that the
Hey,
Swedish...
if the Shmuseum has a Yesco in it, I'm happy.
The car may be a little bit different.
Here with the GT Black Series. And we had a look before at the front splitter, which extends. But having been really smart and thought it was a clever idea to extend it to look cool in the garage, it now tells me I've not properly retracted it.
Which clearly, it is retracted.
But under here, this will be impossible to show on a video, there are some catches which are supposed to click back up. I'm sorry, that's probably completely dark. And I don't know how you do that yet. I don't know if you push it harder. I don't know if that's like recipe for trouble. I don't know if it locks up or something. There's one on each side. But further back, yeah, that's the one you pull down if you want to pull it out. Shall we pull it out?
Yeah, okay, let's
Pull that down, there we go. And then this basically says slides out. There we go. Easy. So that's fully out, and then they go up. They go up fully. That's now fully up. Like that. That feels right. So it should feel like that when it's fully in.
Okay. It's there.
Yeah. You can feel how that goes up.
Yes.
This is the funniest, most random thing we've ever done on a video.
It really is. I think it's just gonna need. Do we need to pull the clip to push it back in?
Yes, you have to pull it up slightly.
So if we hand here and just a good ram.
Yeah. Not quite.
No. Well, let's try again from here. 3, 2. No, that's.
There we go. It clicked. Done. Done. So this is what
Sorted.
You can see it sits back a couple of millimeters just under here. Right. Solved. That was the solution, and it notably clicked into place.
Problem solved. Turns out it just needs to be pushed home a bit harder.
Nice and easy. So, the next thing we would like to do is a big part of what this channel is going to be about, effectively the progress and development of the Shmuseum as it gets built. And the most, I think, fundamental and significant part of that is going to be this, the office space area.
Very much so. So we have some tape, which we're going to be able to mark out where the office is going to be, where everything is going to be, so we can start to get a feel for how much space is really going to be left in here for the cars.
Especially when they're all parked the right way and not like the G63. Anyway, the idea is effectively we're going to have a reception room here. This isn't technical measurements. We've got those coming from the companies that are helping with the various elements of this. But we're going to have a wall here that separates the pedestrian door from the shutter. So I suppose that is step one, is to mark out how big a reception room area we need.
Yes.
Shall we just pick a random tape? I don't know. Shall we use
Let's
this
go
one?
with that one. Yes.
And just see, am I going to be able to tear this, or am I going to need to get some
We may need some scissors. We have some. It's
scissors or
okay.
something? And this will come in effectively here. It says,
Is that something?
there we go. Doesn't help us with our nice dusty floor that we've got going on right now.
That's going to be rough. Are you alright?
Something like this.
I like the fact that you're doing the work at the moment. This is good. I just can stand here and watch.
This turned out to be far more scientific than we ever intended. We have spent a couple of hours plotting out rooms, doors, floor plans, and it's not necessarily final, but to get an idea of what it is going to be like, and this is why we've kept all of the cars to the other side in preparation for this. So let me come and walk you through our very butchered attempt at being architects here. So you'd come in, obviously, from the front door. This is the reception room, as I was trying to envisage before. Effectively, a private entry, a coat hook, a welcome table, whatever it might be. Then you've got two ways you can go, either into the main hall, towards the door, open up the bollards or the shutter, or to come into the lounge area. So you come into here, you have what feels in this whole hall like a tiny space, but this is 5 meters by 11 meters, which if it was at home would be gigantic. So this first area will basically be the lounge, TV, sofas. This will all be a lovely glass view through towards the main event, you could say, so through a double doors out that way. In this area we'll have the desks, so a couple of desks, maybe not these IKEA desks, but we'll see what comes. We'll have some stairs here, which will obviously take you up to the mezzanine, I think about 5 meters long. And then behind this office area, this is basically a storeroom, which can extend underneath the stairs for all of the cabling, boxes and equipment. I'm standing in the storeroom, but if I was out in the main hall, I could then come in here to our kitchenette. Not a full-scale kitchen by any stretch of the imagination. Sink, counter, fridge, basic stuff. And then on this side into the WC, maybe we have a shower in here, who knows. Lovely labelling by Tom down there on the floor. So this whole area will obviously have the upstairs being the mezzanine. So this whole floor space for the games, for the different things that we can put up there, and of course, for the view out this way, where the G63 is parked the wrong way around. No, it's going to be good. It's going to be very good. That whole area where we've got our temporary desk set up at the moment will be another storage room. That will be for all of the wheels, tyres, broken car parts that we hide away, different things to do with the cars, covers, boxes, big stuff. That will all be somehow in that back corner. And then the cars will basically be as you see them. This side, the storage side, on lifts perhaps, and the opposite side, the museum side, set up like that, with plenty of space to make it through, and with this incredible view from the office side out into the main room. Anyway, today, big thanks to Tom and Püppi for the storage run and the IKEA visiting the G63, and of course the Topaz for protection of the vulnerable carbon areas on the GT Black Series, which now has 67 miles on the clock. Still very much early days, but a lot more to come with that. That's all for today though, from here at the Shmuseum.